Recording. Okay, so good morning, everybody. We had this Putin speech like an hour ago or something like that, 2 hours ago. After this speech, of course, we had a little bit of risk off with some USD buyers, which really I do not understand why to buy USD now as a safe haven currency, knowing how is the economy in reality. I don't know if you saw, but the FedEx was minus 3.5% for the end of the year, which is a huge negative number for them. And we need to see what's going to happen tonight with the FOMC. So the FOMC will hike for sure 75 points for sure. If we hike 75 points, that won't create a big long-term move. If we hike 100 points, we would spike up, of course, on the USD. And then we need to listen carefully to what Powell would say, because as I said, I think he will need to be a little bit less aggressive with the path of the rate hikes due to the weight on the economy. And FedEx has been one more sign of that, plus the housing sales that we saw the other day, which were the worst number, I think, in the last 24 months, with a big decrease coming, which is not a good sign for the economy. So we'll see that later tonight. We have everything. So I just took this clean chart to take a little bit of distance with where we are now. So we are inside this big multi-year ABC down that we have there. We nearly touched the level, but missed it a little bit. We stayed on this inside ABC down, which is a weekly one, not a multi-year one. And today we had a little bit spike, as I said, under the consolidation. So this is the consolidation. It is the 61.8 fib. Let me put it back. It's a 61.8 fib. Yes, we were sitting on it. So we broke one through it to the 76.40, and then before seeing the 78.6, we will have this big 76.40 fib here, the big black one, which is the sister fib of that black one here, which is a 61.8 that has been holding the price since 2016. So that being said, which is nothing new, we have heard that already a lot. So the war rhetoric has started a little bit more again this morning after the meeting, the speech of Putin. It was expected to be more or less like it has been. Nothing really strong there in my opinion. The partial mobilization is something they need to have, because they don't have enough soldiers there, and they start to have some trouble with the Ukrainian getting more weapons, and that's causing them big trouble. So of course it's not a very nice situation, because Occident is involved in that, and at a certain point of time that we'll have to stop in a way or another. We can notice the only thing interesting that happened after is the Chinese intervention, speaking about the need to discuss about this problem. So I think China will have an important weight in the next thing that will happen. So concerning the price action, nothing strong happened. We can notice something which is still a big divergence with DXY and Euro USD. So Euro USD, no new lows. DXY has taken the highs. So it's still diverging. We have some higher level here on DXY, and the next big one would be this 50% here at 1:12.093. If we would have a spike tonight, I don't think we'd spike so high. Not now, but that's something we have in our levels to look at. So this one will be very important if we get there. And on the way, we have that ABC up. So same thing as the Euro USD. We have this small inside ABC with the after the CPI move. This is still the CPI move. Consolidation can be a flag, and we are looking. So first at the 61.8, we went through a little bit because of this Putin speech, but we are now struggling in this area. And the next one would be the 100% if we would break through it, with probably a stop in this area. And of course, the 78.6 fib there, which is an important one. On the very upside, we have those big red one there, but it's like really far away from now. So I think we should see some pullback now, a bounce on the Euro USD. We don't have a lot to say this morning, just looking at the upside level here that we mentioned. You have the value there. This one we can add the value to, so you can see it, to report it on your chart yourself. So that's what we have. Concerning the setups themselves, there is not a lot to say different than yesterday, so I won't spend time on that. The most important here is this one. If there is a deeper move inside the FOMC later, or any comments about the Putin show this morning. So we have this here, which would see a double bottom, the 76.40 here at 0.98.577 will be important. It's a sister fib of this one. So this area here is definitely an important area to look at if we would get there. So that's absolutely clear, and that's not new. We already said that a lot in the past live updates. And if we would break crazily, we would go there. The next crazy level would be here at 0.90, but that's really far away. And but that would be the bottom of that ABC down. So I don't think we get there ever now, but everything is possible if geopolitical become crazy. If not, we just go up. We have the setups, we have the tailwind. We have seen some acceleration on the upside in many occasions. We have seen the divergence working very well, especially yesterday, the Dixie Euro USD divergences. So in actual trading environment, looking at because many have been asking about those divergences I'm speaking about, it's not a RSI divergence or anything like this. I mean, RSI divergences are useless, in my opinion, or they work when they work, but they can stay without working for a long time. So I have used it at the beginning many years ago. I don't use any more RSI. The one we use here are dynamic indicators, so they show us a little bit more accurate information. So to finish with this, we can look at the actual, just make an update of the actual setups. So we go back to the dynamic indicator. We had a divergence, we had a bounce divergence on dynamic indicator, and we saw how it works. So we had a bounce whenever we have a signal, we have a reaction on those, on the price. So now we have a long signal on the 4-hour due to the move we had today. We have a 1 hour, 15 minutes. So everything is getting ready on the shorter time frame now, 15 minutes, 1 hour, and 4 hour. I don't know if this candle is closed. Let me check. Yes, we have. Let me check this one. I just want to see if this signal is validated or not, or if it only happened on this candle. Yes, it's only on this candle. So if we go up, this signal will disappear. So we need to wait for the close of the 4-hour to see if we get it. And the close of this 4-hour candle is not now. I think well, probably in 1 hour more. So that's what we have. If this one is confirmed, then we have a 4-hour, 1 hour, and we had 15 minutes. So it means each pullback will be a long entry, like usually. On the 7-period volume indicator, same thing. The 1 hour and the 4 hour are at lows, which is very good. So when they are all at the same place, and we have, of course, a 5-minute confirmation plus the price 6 we just saw, which is confirming that it's a very good setup getting ready. So if we would get any lower reading on the Euro USD, that would push this one a little bit lower. The 4 hour is already in very low reading. If you look left, it's not something happening a lot. So it can go lower, of course, a little bit lower, but it's already low. This one is already low. So any short-term confirmation on 5 and 15 minutes, which is what we have here, would be a nice long entry. Of course, if it is not inside geopolitical stupid thing. So you see here, we see the consolidation of the price 6. So this heat map here is just showing this price 6 indicator on all the time frame, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 5 minutes. So when we start to have a cloud like this on the on the same side, and in this case on the long side, which is the tailwind we have, because if we put the monthly, we see we have the monthly and weekly behind. So that's something that will be nice. Same thing as soon as it is not inside a big geopolitical thing. So we have everything done now for a good bounce. Even after the FOMC, if we become crazy on FOMC, we go down lower and we will consolidate this setup that will be ready. Then we will have a great long entry. So I will be there, of course, live for the FOMC tonight and see what happens and what we can see. As I just said, probably we get 100 points high tonight. If that's the case, we will have a spike on the Euro USD and we just look at the Dixie levels. Then we will short, it will pull back, and then we will get long Euro USD at the level I just showed before, which is the one we have there again. So perhaps on the FMC, we could double bottom or look a little bit lower inside this big area of fibs there. So that's something which would be possible. On 100 points height, we could surely get to this area, I think. So that's what we will look tonight. If you have any question, let me know. If not, then we just wait for the day to unfold. We will surely see some reaction to this Putin thing that will create some turbulences inside days. So won't be a very pleasant day for trading. And so now we speak each other later or for the FOMC.